It's always disheartening when you see an offer comment like this from a mangaka. An offer that puts their blood, sweat, and tears into what they're writing and working on. And regardless if you love or hate this series, it's still heartbreaking to see someone basically wear down their very health to give us some of our favorite stories. And I know nowadays it's very popular to hate on My Hero Academia. It's very popular to say it's fallen off or it's garbage, etc. And even myself included, I don't agree with everything that's happened within the manga. But it doesn't change the fact that at the end of the day, Horikoshi, he is a human being, and he is someone that puts a lot of time and effort into the story. And regardless of how you feel about that, he has dedicated a lot of his life for like over half a decade working on My Hero Academia. And when you see this offer comment say, my shoulder hurts so bad, with how it's hurting, I'd rather not have a shoulder at all, this is a sign of his health deteriorating. And this is something we see so often in this industry, so often with manga writers, like we've seen it with Togashi. I know Tite Kubo, I think, had that. I mean, there's been countless different, like, mangaka that's just had health issues. I mean, Ruri Dragon of recent late, just what happened with that series. Just when you think of everything, it's sad to see this because this is probably going to be a huge dampener to the final arc of My Hero Academia. But at the end of the day, the manga doesn't matter in comparison to Horikoshi's health. But this obviously will have a result, or a effect, so to speak, on the manga. So let's dive a little bit deeper into this, what's kind of going on. So basically, for a while now, for the past few weeks, about a month or so, there has been definitely something that's been kind of showcasing something's off with Horikoshi. I'm not talking about the manga, quality writing, whatever. Let's not get into that. Let's not. Once again, we're not getting into low-hanging fruit. We're talking about the page count. And I'm not going to show the chapter for obvious spoiler reasons, because I know there's people that are probably going to click on this video that's anime only. But basically, in the latest chapter of, My Hero Academia, it was only 9 pages. And a 9-page chapter is short. Like, to put this in perspective, most chapters in Weekly Shonen Jump are about 16 to 18 pages. So when you have a 9-page chapter, there definitely is something going on. Definitely. Either they weren't able to meet their deadline properly and they had to cut the chapter short, or something else. Health problem, whatever. And when you think of the page count being only like 9 to 10 pages, it lets you know something's going on. And with the offer comment that came out that's associated with this chapter, which is this, it now rings very true why the chapters have been getting kind of shorter and shorter. His health. His shoulder is destroyed. And obviously, if you're someone that is drawing manga, doing all the artwork and the story, you're constantly leaning over your desk and you're drawing. And you got to imagine being in that posture continuously, drawing, using your wrist, your hand, your shoulder moving, drawing, doing whatever you can to be able to make the story in the manga we love, it's going to hurt your health, especially with the grueling hours that a lot of mangaka experience. So, seeing this is sad. It's legitimately a sad sight to see. And the only thing I can really say at this point is a few things. Horikoshi should take a break. I know that's probably not a popular thing to say, but he should. But will he? Probably not. And the reason why is because it is the final arc. And probably in his head, he's just going to continue pressing forward until he finishes the manga, and then he will take a break. But personally, I think he should take a break if his shoulder is that bad to where it's like he's saying he'd rather just not have a shoulder at all. When you see something like this, him pleading basically, this means that he should take a break. Will he? Probably not. But, it's always sad seeing this, and I know there's going to be people that are not going to care about this news because obviously, once again, people associate, a bad manga, or if they think a manga is bad, and they don't give a crap about the offer because of that, which is not okay. But that will be people's responses to this news. But, yeah, My Hero Academia, there's 2 things that need to happen at this point. As much as I love this series, if Horikoshi doesn't want to take a break, he probably should end the series. That's my 2 cents. And if not that, well, he should take a break. One or the other. That's the only options I really see, because he will probably destroy his shoulder if he doesn't continue, like if he continues. So I guess I'll leave it at that. I wanted to talk about this because this came out earlier, and I just was like, I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of this, thanks to the page count being so low for the recent chapters of My Hero. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. If I brought you any form of news, even if I am the bearer of bad news, do leave me a like. It does help me out a lot. And with that, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.